All right, everyone, this is Redbeard. Thanks for tuning in. Just getting ready for the 4th of July. I know we're all in eager anticipation of all the shows and fun ideas that you all have. I just want to document some of the things that we're working on this year. Being in California is a little different. First of all, you've got to live in a city that allows it, and if you don't, you got to find a way to be portable enough to bring, the things you have. If you have a show, a small show, that's fine. It fits in the box, maybe the fireworks box that it comes with. But a larger show, a little bit more difficult. And I think you'll notice the boards that you'll see here compared to in the Midwest is we don't have all the space, so we won't have these, big flat boards, but we're gonna have the thinner boards, and sometimes the fireworks are grouped together, which is not so good for the effects. In fountains, there aren't a ton of effects, and it's all at a close proximity. So really the key is to try to maximize your space, have some dead space in between so you don't get a lot of overlapping of effects, and the things that you're doing will make sense, especially if you put music to it. So this year we've taken a design. I actually have a printout right here, and I know it's on one of my other videos as well, but what you'll notice is that there are these platforms that on the top and on the bottom. Each one of these is going to be 5.5 by 8 feet by about 3/4 inch plywood or boards that will attach. So I've got 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top. The challenge with the boards is like figuring out how do we attach them, what do we put them on. So one of my other passions is music, and I play percussion and have a lot of that drum set type stuff, and all the other things, went to school for it. So what I thought is that we would do cymbal stands. They're relatively inexpensive, and I'm going to show you one right now. But you can get these online. There we go. Basically a cymbal stand with a nice base to it, real strong. And we'll do, go ahead and tilt that down. There we go. Perfect. So we'll do 5 of these to support 4 boards, and the 4 boards will go on top. And we're also going to have 4 boards on the bottom. The second row is going to attach right to the bar right here as well. So figuring out hardware, that's the thing. What do you use to attach these boards? We don't have a ton of weight. A lot of the fireworks are 500 gram, but we're not launching big mortar shots or giant cakes with a lot of the kick. The fountains, there are some 500 gram, and they do push out some pretty good power, but we don't really have the same challenge with that. So we can go a little bit lighter weight in the things that we use to attach. Now, I'm not a woods worker, or I didn't do shop in school, but I do like kind of figuring things out and try to be economical about it too. So when we went to the store, we did find, behind me you'll see the boards that are here, and then we found these, I think they're metal straps, basically like this. And what was cool about them, we had to find something that would fit the top of the cymbal stand, and then also the other portion, the other hole that's on this will go directly through the wood. We got some carriage bolts, we got some wing nuts, and we got washers as well. And so essentially what's going to happen is this piece of metal will be under the board. The board will attach to it. We're going to drill a hole through the board, and then on top of the board we're going to put the washer, and the carriage bolt is going to go straight underneath through the wood. And then on top, of course, we have a wing nut, and I dropped it. Take 2. And of course on top I have a wing nut. Here we go. So we'll put that on there, and then the board will sit right here. What's cool about that too is that then once we have one on this side, we'll also have another one on this side. So one board will go here, and it'll meet up to the other board here, and in the center, of course, the cymbal stand, fireworks stand in this case. Dirty, 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 dirty. And there's that. All right, so I'm gonna put that back right through there. I'm just gonna leave the felts here. I'm not too concerned with the fireworks burning them. Maybe we'll tape it or something, but these great washers here, and I think these are all 5/16. 5/16 actually fits really nicely on top of the stand, as you'll see. We'll put this on top, and It is pretty solid. I'm impressed. What will also happen is, I forgot to put the other one on, but it's essentially another strap is going to go on this side as well, and there'll be a board on this side. So we're going to have in the center, we're going to have 2 boards in the center, 2 boards off to the side, and we're going to follow by the bottom. Now bottom presents a little different challenge. Originally I was just going to run the board right through the center of the pole, which would be cool, but the only problem is now we've got this hardware pushing out the top, so it would not fit, right? It'll be too short on the bottom. So we got the same straps for the bottom. The hole is a little bit small for this section here, so me not being a a woods worker or metals worker or anything, this is very thin metal, so we're just going to try to rod it out. I found this, it may not work, this mounted wheel medium grit, probably not enough, but it's sort of a cone shape. The other thing I found, you might be laughing at me, that's okay, we'll see if it works. This other one, it's a special bit. It kind of looks like a little hammerhead on there. That would hurt if it were large and you got hit. But this little thing, hopefully you'll get in there and just grout it out. I only need just a couple millimeters, don't need much of it. And then that's gonna go directly over this piece here, okay? So that's it. So we're gonna try recording while we're working and doing this, and maybe fast forward and speed through it, and hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe if you like. Not a lot of California pyros, and I know a lot of you in the Midwest just laugh at us, you know, because this is what we get to shoot, but this is what we get to shoot, you know, and we're hobbyists too, and it's cool to find effects. You know, you may even consider, after seeing some of these shows, maybe not, but putting some ground effect fireworks in it, because I think that really adds something to it, some depth to the show. It's not all just stuff that goes in the sky. And again, it's cool to be able to be creative, not just shoot stuff. You know, I do this, I have an X-Cal, you know, X-Cals have been out for what, 10, 15 years, and there's some nicer stuff out there too, but it's really nice to design stuff. So you'll see, especially, you know, in the show here, there are specific fireworks that are listed for the show, Star Spangled Banner. And in a different video, I'm going to go over this one, kind of show you how you can create your own. You can use the same version. This one's with Whitney Houston if you want, but it's going to show you how to you know, arrange smoke and strobes. You may have the little flashing lightning, or whatever they're called, the little flashing fountains. I happen to get the larger strobes, which are cool, but it works just the same with smoke, and I've been doing that for probably 8-10 years or so. We have some boards in the past, but it'll show you how to do your own show. So even if you're a Safe and Sane or California and you don't have a big arsenal of stuff like I do right here, you can go to the stand, buy a couple packs of smoke balls, buy these flashing little strobe lights, and buy a couple fountains, maybe either a Firecracker Barrage by Black Cat, or as these go away in California, because it looks like DFS is going to be departing soon, you can certainly get the one by Phantom. I think is that Firecracker Barrage? The Phantom one. But anyway, that one's some sort of firecracker or something anyway, but they have a good one as well. So very cool. And then when you can time it, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, we're gonna get to constructing, but when you time it all together, it certainly looks cool. So I'll show you this side just so you can kind of see the songs that are planned. There's times and cues, I think it says channel or cues, and they're all electronically fired. This year I did get a system. And then we'll go on the side. Hello. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in again. Long 8-9 minutes here, but hopefully it's entertaining rather. And all right, we'll get to work. Push this off.